I get it, you're staring at a bunch of massage chairs online, and the thought of dropping a few $100s on something that ends up just gathering dust is nagging at you. You've probably already tried a couple of cheaper massage pads that promised the world and delivered a wobble, or you've been to a spa where the therapist's hands felt amazing for an hour, and then you're left paying for that feeling every single visit. The big question is whether a full-body chair like the Mazzup massage chair can actually replace those trips and give you consistent relief without breaking the bank. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What I did before hitting record was dig into the common pain points people have with home massage chairs. The first thing that keeps most buyers up at night is, does the chair hug the body the way a real massage would, or does it feel like you're sitting in a plastic shell? Then there's intensity. You want enough pressure to work out knots, but you don't want to feel like you've been punched. Comfort over long sessions matters too, because a chair that feels great for 5 minutes can become a backbreaker after a half hour. Noise is another deal breaker. You don't want a roar that drowns out your favorite podcast. Finally, you're looking at footprint and control simplicity. Can you actually fit this thing into a living room, and will you be able to dial in the right program without a PhD in engineering? With those criteria in mind, I walked through the Mazzup chair's feature list, imagined real-world scenarios, and tried to see where it lands. Let's start with the body fit and coverage. The Mazzup uses a 14-point fixed wheel system, an upgrade from the older 10-point designs you see on budget models. Those wheels travel along a track that follows the spine, shoulders, hips, and calves, so the chair can simulate a full-body Shiatsu roll. In practice, that means when you sit down and select a program, the rollers start at the neck, glide down the back, pause at the lumbar area, then move to the glutes, and finally roll over the calves. For anyone who suffers from lower back tension after long hours at a desk, that back-to-calf sweep can feel like a mini-session with a therapist, especially because the chair also inflates a set of airbags around the torso and calves. Those airbags add a gentle compression that mimics the feeling of a deep tissue wrap, which is something you don't get from a simple roller-only chair. Zero-gravity positioning is another claim that many manufacturers throw around, but here it actually matters. When you tilt back into the zero-gravity recline, your spine aligns with the natural curve of the Earth's gravitational pull, which takes the pressure off the intervertebral discs. If you're someone who experiences occasional sciatica or just wants to reduce the strain on your lower back while you unwind, that recline can be a game changer. I imagined using it after a weekend hike. You'd lock into zero gravity, fire up a 15-minute kneading mode, and let the combined rollers and airbag pressure loosen the muscles you just taxed on the trail. Now, what about intensity? The chair offers 20 pre-programmed auto modes ranging from a gentle, relax to a more aggressive, deep tissue setting. The real benefit of those modes is that they're not just stronger or weaker. Each program adjusts the speed of the rollers, the rhythm of the airbag compression, and even adds heating to the back and calves. For someone who wants a quick 10-minute wake-up before work, there's a shorter program that focuses on the neck and shoulders. For an evening wind-down, you can select a longer, heated session that runs the full body for 30 minutes. Because the intensity is tied to the program, you don't have to manually fiddle with a dial for each body part. The chair does the sequencing for you. Speaking of fiddling, let's talk control simplicity. The Mazzup comes with a touchscreen panel that's bright enough to see in a dimly lit room, and it also supports voice commands. You can literally say, "Start deep tissue," or "Turn up the heat," and the chair obeys. That's useful if you're already lounging and don't want to reach for the remote. In my mental test, I tried the voice feature after a workout. I told it to start a 20-minute calf-focused mode while my phone was charging on the built-in USB port. The chair responded instantly, which is a nice convenience if you're multitasking. The only caveat is that voice recognition can be finicky in a noisy environment, so if you have a loud TV or a bustling household, you might still prefer tapping the screen. Noise is an aspect that many reviewers overlook until they actually sit down. Because the rollers move along a metal track and the airbag system pumps at the same time, there is a low hum, but it stays under 60 decibels, roughly the sound of a conversation. In a quiet apartment, you'll still hear it, but it's not enough to ruin a movie or a Zoom call.